There we go. Wow, that is really far. It's just gonna leave orbs everywhere for me to pick up. This is awesome. Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm your host D-Day, bringing you some more Oritech Academy. Today is going to be a really fun episode. As you can see behind me, we're going to be working with the Enderic Laser today. More specifically, the Machine Hunter add-on to make the laser be able to attack mobs. So as you can see, a lot has happened in between these last two episodes. I've put up another chunk of crops. I have hollowed out two more chunks into the mountain range back here. One of them I turned into a vanilla sugarcane farm. With this one, as soon as the sugarcane grows to the observer's height, it sends a redstone signal that makes the pistons break off the sugarcane, which falls into the flowing water, into the hopper. Sometimes it misses, but most of the time it gathers inside of this crystal chest. The reason why I ended up doing this is because sugarcane, we need that in order to make the paper that we're going to need for books. Books have a really amazing recipe. In the assembler, with one leather and three papers, you can make 2 books at a time. Much better than the regular Minecraft recipe of 3 papers and a leather for 1 book. We can just double it. Let me see, I still have 10 left. That is perfect. So let's go ahead and toss these in here. 10 leather. That should process for 20 more books for us. I'll let that run for a while. This is more of an update episode. As you guys can see in the playlist, I've been sectioning off the episodes based off of the new power source and based off of a new machine. So originally what I wanted to do is I wanted to do fuel power, so oil power with the fuel generator, and go into the fragmentation forge, the fragment forge, in order to ore triple. But I was goofing around in between episodes while cleaning house, and I decided to try out this Machine Hunter add-on with a bunch of machine extenders and a bunch of machine speed add-ons. This is crazy. Range of 64, damage of 7, and it zaps anything that spawns within a 64 block range. That is crazy. Having it upright like this, it makes me think of the Eye of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. So today's episode is going to be an in-between episode. I was not very happy with the Steam engine. So I have been working really hard for you guys to learn how to optimize the Steam engine. It bothers me that I could not get it to work in a way that made me proud. So like I said, today's in-between episode is going to be the bio steam power. So we're going to use our bio generators from last episode and the Steam engine from the episode before that to make a super optimized bio steam power setup. And of course, the machine we're going to highlight is going to be this laser. It is just too cool. I have to do an episode about this laser. It is one of the most satisfying feelings in modded Minecraft I've ever had. So let me go ahead and tear all of this down, and I'll put it back together with you guys and show you what I have learned so far. So with these books in hand, I have been taking these books with the emeralds that we have been farming in between episodes. I used the Silk Touch pickaxe to do a lot of Silk Touch mining, and we have found a ridiculous amount of deep slate emeralds ores. I have a fortune pick with unbreaking and mending, and I have a Silk Touch pick with unbreaking and mending, a diamond shovel unbreaking and mending, diamond axe unbreaking and mending, and of course diamond sword, sharpness 5, looting 3, unbreaking 3, and mending. What we left off on was finding villagers so that we could get Silk Touch. As you can see by the bookmarks that I have here, I have now flipped a villager for mending, for sweeping eggs 3, looting 2, so I bought it twice and then I combined it for looting 3 on the anvil, fortune 3, unbreaking 3, protection 4, sharpness 5, and the silk touch that we landed off on, of course. Those are all villagers that I've flipped with the lectern to get the books that we need. And by books, I mean enchantments, of course. What's great is it's nighttime again, and I am now actually excited for nighttime because that's when the laser is most active, and it just zaps everything in the area, just leaving little orbs of experience for me to gather. I just need to run around and pick them up, which gives us the experience that we need for the anvil right here, and our ability to put more enchantments on our tools. So now I can do the final enchantment of sweeping edge 3. So this sword, wow, this sword is crazy good. All right, so it is completely torn down, and I think I'm gonna put it somewhere a little bit cleaner from now on instead of in the middle of the room. I was more or less using this cut out chunk to be able to experiment inside. So now that I have gotten it to work the way I want it to look, now I can put it where I want it to be. So the biogenerators from the previous episode, the way we're going to set it up is we're going to put one over here, like so. Then the middle block is going to have the machine add-ons. We're going to put the other one right here, like so. Basic machine core, double tap, double tap. Now this is kind of the cool part of the mod with the machine extenders. If you put it down, it's not assigned to either one of them yet. So we're going to right click this one, which makes it blue, and it is now an add-on for the bottom of this guy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, shift right click here, it's red, but I'm going to click on the other unit. So now it's blue, but it is attached to the top of this unit. So we can make use of the space. Each one of these units will get one machine extender. Super compact, looks pretty cool. The biggest issue I had with the lava generators, and what I found out, it's the same problem with the biogenerators, when attached to a steam engine, is it will either not produce any power at all, or it will burn all of your fuel. So it is not smart. It's not going to stop burning the fuel when it is not required. It will destroy everything you leave in here, even if you're not using the power. That's the big bummer. That laser's going nuts. Nice. Too cool. I think it's really funny that sometimes I hear the sound of a phantom attacking me, and only thing that drops is the phantom membrane. Like, they don't even get to spawn. The laser zaps them out of the sky immediately. So with the machines running without stopping, I found a way around it with this item, the redstone control unit add-on. So you build it with these really annoying redstone repeaters and comparators, plating, and redstone dust. I went ahead and I made 2 of them, one for each machine. Then, on top of that, we have the industrial lever, which I'm pretty sure a regular Minecraft lever will work as well, but I think this one looks pretty sweet. Steel and carbon fiber makes the industrial lever. So let's go ahead, we can drop in some solid biofuel into both of these guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize the bottom side of one of the machine extenders. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to put a redstone control unit add-on on the bottom of this guy. Then on this side, I'm going to put the lever. So now this lever here activates the redstone control unit add-on because it's in the same block space. That's how redstone works. So since the bottom machine extender is attached to this biogenerator, now it stops mid-tick. So if we turn it back on, it keeps going. If we flip it, it hits the redstone switch, turns this guy off. So now we have a way of turning the machine off. What's really cool is even though it's a separate machine extender, separate biogenerator, if we attach this one here and it shows add-on redstone control unit to the top. This switch will still activate the redstone control unit to the other biogenerator. I love that. So now we have a way of turning on and off both of the biogenerators. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the steam boiler add-ons and we're going to attach one on each, turning both of the biogenerators into steam generators. Now both of these guys turned from red to blue. And as you can see, it switched the energy buffer now, and this guy will just keep burning. It's empty, but it will still waste the fuel put into it, lava or solid biofuel. So let's go ahead and turn this guy off, which makes the fuel pause. It's no longer wasting fuel now. And we can set up our first steam engine. So I like to keep this super compact. We're going to put the steam engine right here, and we're going to give it 3 of the machine cores. Perfect. There we go. So as we learned, we're going to need water in one side and steam on the other side. So this side will make it the steam. This comes away this way, and we need to make sure that we pull from both of these. That'll be the steam. The water will go ahead and will come in from here. So let's go ahead and make it look nice. We'll grab a framed fluid pipe right here, and we'll make fluid pipe come up from that, because I don't like having the pump visible with the water block. So let's see, this is where the pump will be. This is the redstone control unit add-on. The fluid pipe will come down from here, and we're going to go into a water pump. So let's bring it down one more. We'll put the water here, and we'll grab our stone bricks in order to make a little hole right here for the water. So now that we have our little bucket of water here, let's go ahead and put this as a placeholder and the pump this direction. So now it can pump water up into the unit. Of course, not enough energy. So what we're going to do right now for temporary measures is a basic generator and some coal, just to give the pump a little bit of power to pump water upstairs. And of course, we need to right click in order to pump it through the pipe so it pulls. And upstairs now, both of these machines should have the water that is required and the fuel that's required. It is still set to redstone signal pause. Perfect. So we're ready to go. The steam engine now just needs to get the steam. So when we turn this guy on, it will start making steam from the water and the solid biofuel. And the steam will come in here and slowly fill this guy up. The issue that we ran into was that as soon as this water is filled up, because the steam being used also condenses into water, when the water is full, the unit will stop. And we have gotten a fluid trash can from the quest book to dump out the water. But this doesn't really make me very happy because it's not part of the same mod. It's part of the trash cans mod. How do you do it with just Oritech? And the workaround that I figured out by just doing trial and error was if we take a fluid pipe right here and we pull the water from the unit, this will still make a positive increase in water. It will still fill up, but the way the mod works is that it will draw water from this buffer to fill these guys first. And whatever's missing is going to be pumped up from the water pump below it. So the way this is going to end up looking is this will keep burning. The number keeps going down. This water will keep flickering right above 8,000, 8 buckets. The steam will keep flickering. Both units will do the same thing. Burning, water, steam. And in here, the steam will keep gathering because 2 of these units will produce more steam than the steam engine can handle. This water will keep going up to 8,000, but because we're pulling from it at the same time, this water will also do the same thing that the biogenerator water will do, causing it to still circulate and still generate RF for us. So now what we can do is we can route power. So I like using the framed energy pipe. We'll put that in the ground here. and we can route power back down to the pump. So now we can get rid of this block here, and we can run power this way to the port. So now the pump here is going to get power from the unit, the steam engine that we're running upstairs. And also this line right here can now be used as a main line to power other machines. So this basic generator, we don't need it here anymore. But I'm pretty impressed with this system. I like this a lot. With this compact system, we're making 345 RF a tick with both of the biogenerators, which should only be producing 64 RF a tick each. Net increase, I think that's pretty cool. And like I said, we don't need to have this guy running 24/7, at least not yet. Because all of the fuel that we leave in here when we're AFK, it is going to just be destroyed. So all of this solid biofuel, if we AFK, it'll just vanish. So that's why the industrial lever is attached to the redstone control unit. And we have a little bit of manual set into this. Whenever we need power, we just hit the switch now. Instead of dumping a bucket of lava into the lava generator, now we just need to flip the switch. So let's go ahead and let's work on this laser now. I'm super excited. I would love to make a second one of these with you guys. So first thing we're going to have to make is another one of these Enderic lasers. So Enderic compound, adamant ingot, and carbon fiber strands for the lens. 2 steel, a plastic sheet, and copper. Let's go biosteel and fine wire. Makes the coils with steel and nickel. And electrum and 2 carbon fiber strands. Makes our laser. Very good. So quick thing, as you can see, we have a bunch of Enderic compounds. The ender pearls I've been getting from slaying endermen with my amazing looting 3 sword. But the Enderic compounds, I haven't been getting it by pulverizing the ender pearls. While mining around, I found this bad boy right here. We found a deep dark, and it has a bunch of skulk for us. So if you guys know, with a pickaxe, a regular pickaxe, or a fortune pickaxe, you mine this and it gets destroyed. It does turn into experience though. But with our silk touch, we can mine it up. So now we can mine up our skulk to be able to be processed. All right, so let's see. Yep, we're over a stack now. I like to get it in stacks at a time. And what's awesome is if we take the skulk in the centrifuge, it does spin a little slow. It centrifuges into Enderic compound. So this is how we've been getting our Enderic compound now from the skulk, which is really, really awesome because that also unlocks the next tier of machine core, which is the advanced machine core. 1 Enderic compound surrounded by plating, which, as you see, I put some of the plating in the ground and found out that it does have CTM, connected textures model. So we could make our floors out of copper reinforced plating. I like that a lot. And these 8 are what we need with the compound to make the advanced machine core. Very cool. Now, from what I understand, the core that we attach to the Enderic laser determines how many of these machine extenders we can attach to it. So with the wooden one, probably only 1, with the basic 2, with the improved 3, and with the advanced 4. That's why I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them right here. We're going to need machine extenders, 4 of them, of course. So we're going to have to make a whole bunch of plating. We do have the basic machine cores like crazy though. All right, so 4, 4, 4, 4, 8, 16, 24, and 32. It's going to be really easy to make floors out of this stuff now. That gives us the 4 machine extenders that we need. This block here, the machine acceptor add-on, I love this block. It lets us put power into one of the machine extenders instead of needing to put it into the unit directly. So for that, we need the energite ingot, super simple, fluxite and nickel, and foundry, fluxite and nickel. Boom, we got our first energite ingot. And then it's 5 plastic, 2 electrum, and a plating. And energy acceptor. Those are the definite required blocks that we need. So now we need to turn the laser into a machine hunter. So we'll use the machine hunter add-on to be able to zap everything. Super simple, 2 motors, plating, an iron sword, and plastic. All right, there go our motors. I made a couple more, so let's go machine hunter add-on. And we only need 1 for right now, so this would be the bare minimum. And I'm thinking let's put the laser on top of our new building. So I'm thinking like corner protection would be really cool. So let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, what a wonderful view we have up here. So laser and core. So now we should be able to connect it like that. There we go. There's our laser. And add-ons, machine extenders, counts all of them. And what we could do is we could build down this middle area here. We could hollow it out and make this where we run our power, like that. Let's click add-ons, machine acceptor, yep. So we can connect through here. We can run the power cable up through the bottom. And to change it into a mob hunter, we're going to do the machine hunter add-on. Let's put it right here so it's visible. And add-ons, machine hunter add-on. What's cool about this is it shows it has a 4 block range with 2 damage. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 more of the machine hunter add-ons. This guy has 4 of them attached, and I realized that the 4th one does not work. 64 range on 3, taking off another one, 16 range on 2, and then of course the 4 range on 1, but adding 1 goes to 64, adding a 4th one stays at 64. So I'm going to repurpose this one and make 1 more so that we have 3 for the guy up top. And iron sword and machine hunter add-on. So now we have 2 of them. And like I said, let's follow this out and see if we can run the power through the beam itself. How does that look? I want it to look a little less boring, but I might have to hide the cable a little bit better than that. I don't know. I'm not sure if I like the design of the framed energy pipe. What do you guys think? All right, so instead of running it down, I ran it this direction. I think I might enjoy this a little bit more. Let's fill this in. What do you guys think with this layout? Does this look better? And then, of course, the cable goes behind the wall and down. Those don't need to be covered. And then coming out, and now it's plugged into our bio-steam setup. So now with our bio-steam setup, everything has stopped. Now when we turn this guy on, it creates the power that we need to charge our laser that is now upstairs. Yep, it has power. Maximum usage of 128 RF a tick. It has a range of 4, because we have not attached the other range add-ons yet. So right here and right here. Now range 64. Damage 2, because we don't have that crazy amount of efficiency upgrades attached to this guy yet. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, and we could do 13 if we wanted an uneven number. So 12 of these add-ons are going to be very expensive on the plastic sheets. Let's get that up and running. We have the raw biopolymer saved up. We're going to pause this real quick for the compounds. Drop these guys off. This will spin into more plastic for us. And 8. Let's see how many can we make with the plastic that we have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got them. And I'm thinking let's tear this one down and move it to the opposite side as well. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, And this side. Boom. And up to 7 damage now, but also 453 RF a tick. Luckily for us, this guy does not shoot all the time. I also moved this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, and boom. All right. And also 7 damage. So now we have our 2 lasers that will protect us from nighttime. We just need to run around out here, and it will take care of anything that bothers us. See, just shot a phantom out of the sky. Awesome. We just run around and gather all of these experience orbs whenever we feel like. Of course, we can make it a more controlled environment, but the main reason why I want these lasers is so that mobs don't bother me during the nighttime when I'm working. That zombie getting double lasered was awesome. The range on these guys is just wonderful. Look at all these dudes. They're all trying. They're trying their best. Bye. And even when we clear this guy out, I found out we can trick this guy into doing all of the connected blocks by just making sure all of these are connected to each other before dropping another lock. See, still ends up doing most of the work. I might keep this guy off for right now because we have an overabundance of wood right now, and I kind of want the line of sight for the lasers. We can set this to automate at a later date, yeah, because we have more than enough wood than we need. I'm thinking in very, very greedy ways. I want to make a 3rd laser now. But that, I know that would definitely be overkill. We don't need more than 1 of these guys. It deals 7 damage per tick, so 2 of these guys is already overkill for what's going to be attacking us during the nighttime. But what's great is our little bio steam power setup. Whenever we need it to function, the 2 lasers upstairs, we just need to turn it on. What's great about this is this buffer will be active and available whenever we hit the lever. That'll give us access to the 100,000 in the steam engine, plus it'll slowly start building power again. And that is more than enough to run these 2 lasers, even though the RF per second per tick that they require is so high, they're not shooting every single second. So it's 453 RF a tick times 2 lasers. Yep, 453 times 2. That's under 1,000 RF a tick, but like I said, the laser doesn't fire every single tick. Like, it fires from time to time. So those buffers are going to stay full, and whenever we need power for those 2 lasers, we can just come over here and flip the switch on this guy to turn our laser defense grid on for us. I am super excited about that. This is all a closed system. We don't need this guy to run more than the pump or the 2 lasers above. And this entire time, these last 2 hours that we've been putting everything down, it only has burnt just a couple of these solid biofuel. Like, it isn't even halfway through the fuel source. So the 2 biogenerators over here, yep, these guys just run the machines that are over here for right now, which is great. We have 64 plastic sheets again. One thing I can do is I can turn this guy around. Let's do another 32 steel. And what's really great is I'm thinking about working with the advanced plating. The plating, we can do either nickel, iron, or copper. It's 3 different colors to choose from. I might just keep going with the copper reinforced, since the machines have a lot of orange involved in them. Boop. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can start replacing the wood with the copper reinforced plating. I think it's a really nice connected feature. Cool colors, very bright. So as a YouTuber, bright is really good for the final rendering of the videos for you guys. That's why I wanted to get the night vision on the helmet so that you guys have a brighter video. All right, and let's finish the episode off on making the equipment charger and the 2 tools that we can use. I know it's kind of silly. We just upgraded to diamond tools with all of the enchantments that we need by flipping the lecterns over and over again. We have everything we need, but I want to make the tools now. And we have the steel, the biosteel that's required. So super simple. We'll make the hand drill out of an adamant ingot, and the chainsaw also needs adamant ingot. Let's do that. Hand drill and chainsaw. Very cool. These guys are going to need RF. So let's go ahead and make the equipment charger as well. All right, dispenser and block of redstone and equipment charger. Perfect. It's funny is we used the bow and arrow that we have been combining to repair to full. Every time a skeleton gets croaked and he drops a bow, I've been putting them together to increase the durability. All right, framed energy pipe and charger. There we go. We can set our tools to charge now. They are unbreakable. That's the best part of it, because the durability is more or less comes from it being charged. Awesome. Shredded. So let's visit our villager in his super comfortable home with Silk Touch. We'll use some of our emeralds to grab Silk Touch. This is what I'm kind of curious about. Can we put Silk Touch on the hand drill? So let's see, can we enchant these guys with Silk Touch? Yes, wonderful. So now the hand drill has Silk Touch attached to it, which kind of makes our diamond pickaxe a little bit useless. So it has Silk Touch, Unbreaking, and Mending. Unbreaking and Mending don't matter now because the hand drill is unbreakable. We'll keep the diamond pickaxe with Fortune though. That is super important. What I still haven't gotten lucky and gotten from villagers has been the efficiency upgrade. So none of my tools have efficiency attached to them. So let's see with the hand drill. It does have Silk Touch now. Let's see how... Oh, that's weird. It's kind of frustrating. Instead of drilling the way some of the other mods do their drills, it looks like we're just hitting it against stuff. Uh-oh. I don't know how I feel about it. Looking like it's just, I'm hitting stuff with the drill. It's doing what it needs to do. I mean, can't complain about that, right? Wow. That it can reach all the way from here. Zap, zap. Wow. And from what I understand, if we shift... Yeah, cool. Okay, so it does chop down entire trees. That is pretty cool. So it doesn't make the cool sound effects that the chainsaw from Manufactio does, like the actual chainsaw sound effect, but it does mine entire trees, and I do appreciate that. And let's end the episode on making our final piece of armor. For that, we need an advanced battery, so 2 more of the energite ingots, and electrum ingot, and steel. All right, that's our copper reinforced, and let's go ahead and make the battery, and then surround the battery like so. For the exo chest plate, I am Iron Man. It looks like I'm not wearing anything. Everything is going to be on the back, yeah. So we can see it from the back end, but it is a very minimalist armor. We cannot see it from the front. I'm curious about this Exo Jetpack. It says it needs electricity or turbo fuel to fly, which we're making RF. So let's see if all we need to do is make a jetpack with portable tanks. All right, so let's go jetpack. There we go. And it is charging, yeah, from our Exo chest plate that we're wearing. Yeah, cool. And then let's see if we can upgrade the Exo chestplate with the jetpack into the Exo Jetpack. So we just need the plastic sheets and portable tanks. We need 2 of them, so copper and glass. 5 plastic. And let's see, like this. And Exo Jetpack, okay. So we have Exo Jetpack. Let's give it some power. And let's see if it's that simple, if it lets us fly. Oh, yeah. Whoa, okay. Yeah, it only needs electricity. It only needs RF to fly. Wow, that was a lot easier than I thought. It's not quite creative flight. Use spacebar. You hold down spacebar and it shoots a jet. Cool. Whee. As long as I don't land on my crops. This guy, it's a little bit wider on the back. I like it. Still can't see it from the front though. Woof.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Smash like to show your appreciation and consider leaving a boom in the comment section below. Also, click on my dude here to subscribe for more Let's Plays. Ooh.